Hi all! So as promised, I have compiled all of the waves into sets of 4, as there are 4 waves for each of them, and I will be presenting what they are now. So firstly, I want to talk about my build. So my build consists of assortment of items, assortment of weapons from all of the Vanguard classes, including Crusher, Breaker, the Gunner, and the Paladin classes. I do have the Ebony armor, so that's good for increasing fire damage, which is why I have it. I believe it's also good for orcs, which is good for wave number 2 for clearing that. And for my nightmares, normally, like, I wanted to buy I wanted to use the royal medals to buy Ugalu because I never actually got anything. I have Noin as well, but she's very weak and she's not that great. So I got lucky with my guildmates, and they actually have. So I also have UFO, but I didn't want to level it up. So my guildmates use UFO for the last wave, and sometimes if we have an Ugalu, we'll use it in the second wave. That way, when it takes a while for it to load, and also a while for it to stay for the duration. Because we clear it so fast, we try not to do more than 2 nightmares for these EX stages. I know that sometimes for a lot of people, they have like way less points, and that's reasonable because you're not whales. And so you could probably want to do something like CC in the first wave, and then maybe Wisp or Crab in the next wave. Oh, and the alternate for CC is also Rabbit Fina, or just Fina. Rabbit Fina is the rabbit version of Fina. It looks kind of like her. I don't know her actual name. And then on the third wave, you might want to Ugalu if you have that. And the last wave, you can UFO, which was a free drop, a free nightmare, back when the Invader event was up. So as you can see, in the first wave, you have a wolf. In the second wave, you have an orc. In the third wave, you have a golem. In the fourth wave, you have the ogre, which is because it's a EX run, it is pairing with Ziz. As for all Ziz conquests, you want to hit the partner first before you hit Ziz, because it will recover its damage much quicker, and Ziz also buffs its partners as well as itself. So you want to target the partner first for sure, kill them, and then kill Ziz per wave. It's definitely a much longer run event, or longer run verse than other verses for the conquest, mainly because you can't hit. Even if you double hit, it won't make any difference because Ziz is going to recover. So you definitely want to value your breakers and your gunners for this specific run. So for the next one, we have So for the next one, we have the Water EX, which is Jorm and Fafnir. Fenrir, my mistake. Jorm and Fenrir. For that, you want to make sure that you have double anything that can double hit. You want to definitely have physical weapons for the first wave because there's so many ghosts, and a lot of people might have a tough time killing them. I know for sure that for Jorm Hard V3, myself and my partner, or my guildmates, have a tough time killing the ghosts sometimes. We might have to do like 2 or 3 hits instead of like 1 shot a ghost in like easier levels. So you definitely want to make sure you have some physical as well as some magical and alternate, because Orc, for example, is definitely vulnerable to magical hits. Plant, I think it's also vulnerable to magical. I'm pretty sure Wolf is vulnerable to physical. Snakes are just vulnerable to like both, but they definitely attack really, really fast and attack a lot, and they can get your entire party down to like less than half life really fast. So you want to definitely target them both, or one of them, and kill one of them off at least. And for the last one, for Fenrir, that guy attacks really fast, but he's also very easy to kill. Jorm takes much longer, so again, you might want to have multi-targeting weapons. So for example, in my build, I have a lot of physical weapons, but I also have a lot of multi-targeting weapons, and a lot of them are magical. It's just easier to finish it that way. As well, if you can see in my build, I have the golden armor, which is good against beasts. And in my nightmares, I have Lindworm and Dryas, just in case. So if there's someone on my team who has Lindworm, I can Dryas. Someone else has Dryas, I can Lindworm, etc. As well, you'd want to, for normally in these waves, again, because we clear it so fast, we end up using 2 nightmares. We usually do CC and then Dryas at the end. But for more casual players, you might want to do CC or Rabbit Fina or Fina in the very beginning in the first wave. Second wave should be Crab or Wisp if you have it. And third wave should be Lindworm. And the fourth wave should be Dryas. But again, you can alternate, and there are other nightmares that are more free-to-play nightmares that offer the same kind of effect. You can do those as well. You don't necessarily have to go for the paid ones like I have. So that's Jorm and Fenrir. The last one I wanted to show you guys was the fire one. There you go. Okay, so for my fire build, I have again an assortment of magical and physical weapons. I do have more guns here and more swords. They're single target weapons. Again, oh wait, I've already spoken about this. I'm so sorry. Just going to refresh you on this quickly. It's good to use physical on Wolf, it's good to use magic on Orc, it's good to use magical on Golem, and Ogre, I'm pretty sure it's both. So, yeah, let's go to the last one, which should be our water. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so for this one, for this build, as you can see, I have a lot of magical, a lot of multi-targeting weapons, as well as a single target physical. Again, that's because of the ghost in the beginning, as well as the plants. You want to have a lot of magical for the plants and the spider. For the actual dragons, I think it's okay to have both physical and magical. I'm pretty sure physical does better, but yeah, they both work. In this one, as you can see in my build, I have the deep sea armor, which is good for water weapons, and also it's good against dragons, which is really good here because we have dragons in wave 2 and in dragons in wave 3. So it's much easier to basically defeat them. I'm not really sure if it's good for defense, but I think it's good for offense. And in my build, for my nightmares, as you can see, I have Freeze Golem and I have Blue Poppy. So again, Freeze Golem is something that I got as a drop in a Grimoire. So you can either use Freeze Golem or you can use Fenrir, I believe. You can also use Shadow Lord, which is actually the best one to use, and it's free to play, because it was part of an event that happened. I think it was part of the 2B or the near replicant event. Yes. And if you got it at that time, great. If you didn't, that sucks, but there are other things you can get, like for example, again, Fenrir, which drops sometimes during the Fenrir conquests, or Freeze Golem, which you might be lucky to get, or you can just cash in some royal medals, I believe like 5 of them for Freeze Golem. So they're good, they're effective, and what you'd want to do normally, at least what we do, again, we kind of just do 2 nightmares. We do CC in the beginning and we do Shadow Lord at the end, near the end of the 3rd wave, before it transitions to the 4th wave. And that's kind of a trick that you want to do as well. You want to summon the nightmares right before you enter the wave. So as soon as you finish that, like let's say we're gonna try to get Shadow Lord up for the 4th wave, you want to summon it right before you finish killing Fafnir, just so that you have it up as soon as the wave comes up. That way, no time is spent. You have SP to do it, and it's just good that way. So you can do Shadow Lord at the end. You can do, if you have Freeze Golem or Poppy, you could do that for wave 3 for Fafnir. For wave 2, again, I would say for casual players, you want to have that defense. You want to have either Krakenos, I call it Crab, sorry, or Shield Wisp. And for the first one, you'd want CC, Rabbit Fina, anything that buffs your attack. So that is it for the waves. If you want the actual images for these spreads, I would say, or like the infographics, whatever. I'm going to be posting them on the official SINoAlice server if I can. I haven't checked the rules yet, but otherwise, this video should be able to explain it to you. If you have any questions, for sure, shoot me like a message or something. I'll hopefully be able to help you. And if you want to know where I got certain items from or certain armor from, I can help you. I can tell you what event it is, and we can maybe see if it'll come up again based on what Japan's doing. Right now, I don't think anything's been rerun except for maybe the armor event that's happening currently. I might be wrong, but definitely there are new stuff that's coming out as well as old stuff that's being rerun at some point. So you will definitely get a chance to get deep sea armor again, for example. And I think actually they have the prison medals, right? During the prison medal event, you can cash in prison medals for deep sea armor specifically. For the ebony armor from the fire set that I have, you can get those from the current armor event if you get the drops, and so on. So there's definitely a multitude of ways to get them, and if you want to know more about the weapons themselves that I have, I can give you a list of them at some point. So just let me know, and good luck. Bye for now.